What's going on, you guys? Yeah, everyone grab their pink comforter. I got the worst haircut ever. This is my haircut. Look at that.
Oh, and then you said Pat Dixon does have a past.
He's Ray DeVito. His chin is kinda neato. He's Ray DeVito. He is a Guido. He's not a pedo. His name is Ray DeVito. Problems with his pedo. He's kind of retardito. He's Ray DeVito. His chin is pretty neato. That Ray DeVito. Your information he'll repeat-o. That stinky Guido. That's Ray DeVito. Rock Bottom Podcast starts now.
What's up? What's going on, you punks? Welcome, Rock Bottom Podcast. I'm Ray DeVito here with Clearwater. Chad, how are you, sir?
Very good, thanks. How you doing, Ray?
I'm doing fine, man. I'm doing fantastic. It's you I'm worried about, man. By the way, I haven't streamed in 5 days, and people are like worried about me. I got concerned messages like, "Hey, are you all right?" It's like, "Yes, I'm still here." But
we think you
should.
We think you should stream every night. You know what I mean?
Every night, every
Yep.
night.
Like,
I don't got that much to say, Clearwater, Chad.
I know. Me neither. But it'd be nice.
Every night, you want to see me every night,
Or
Not
every
you.
morning,
every morning, every night.
like a morning show. Ray
morning
and
show?
Chad.
Ray and Chad, we got Clearwater Chad. By the way, Nick in Fort Wayne, thank you, man. Becoming he gives more memberships than anyone. I'm gonna say Nick in Fort Wayne, and he's gifting memberships. Keep those membership tabs open. Him and Cigarette Jones are the big. Ozone used to. I don't think Ozone watches me anymore. I think Ozone is he's gone away. But we miss Ozone. I wish him well if he's still out there. But yes, Nick and Fort Wayne and Cigarette Jones, very generous with donating memberships. So how are you, buddy?
It's been a wild ride today. Yesterday and today. You know what I mean?
What was a wild ride? Talking about the NCAA tournament?
No, I'm talking about the campaign. What is it called? I dropped out of the race.
I heard you're out of the race. Who would have thought a guy in your shape wouldn't be suited for a race?
Well,
I'm sorry.
a lot of stuff happened.
No. What happened?
It's okay.
So
I'm trying to get.
the
Well,
presidential race. The
Right.
presidential race. What happened? So those of you that don't know, I'm sure that a lot of people here already know. You and Joey C were on the ticket. I was voting for you. I was going to give you a signature.
Thank you.
I was going to help you
I don't
get
think
signatures.
I don't think people realize how hard it is to get signatures, but that's a different story. That's a different.
First, you have to
Yeah.
ask them for a signature.
Yeah, but it's a big thing because they're going to come up with questions about blah blah blah. Does this mean I'm voting for you? They want to know information. Who's going to know about it?
Oh, hey, did you try getting a signature?
No, but I've gotten signatures for my union for other things, so I know it's not an easy thing to get 65 signatures. I couldn't imagine 65,000.
Okay, so all right, so you had signature fatigue before you got a signature.
Right. It happens. It's a real thing.
You didn't even step to the plate for a signature.
That wasn't the main
this is a
thing.
little
Joey, I love Joey C. He's a great guy. I stand behind him, and he stands behind me. But he didn't like his main gripe was I went on with the puppets and debated the puppets, and he didn't like that at all.
Wait, what do you mean you went on with the puppets?
Went on with 2K and 4K.
Okay, I thought Joey C loves the puppets.
I guess he
he's
doesn't want anything to.
He's with Tukey all the time. I'm calling.
I know. Yeah, right. I know, but yeah. So he that was his main thing, not my political beliefs and not my not getting signatures. Was the puppets.
The puppets did you in? So Tukey derailed you, but he goes on Tukey all the time, does he not?
Well,
every time I see Tukey, I see Joey C.
Well, not Tukey. The Tukey's what do you call it? Like his clone, 2K, the French Tukey.
Little KB. Who's
No,
this
do you
other
know him?
puppet?
He's a
Andrew
great guy,
Dice.
whoever he is. He's Tukey, but he's French. He's got a little French cap. It's called 2K.
So there's a wait a minute. How many puppets does? All right, let's peel back the curtain. How many puppets does Bedabbler have then?
Well,
I
no,
just
this has
remember
nothing.
a little KB. I know
Yeah,
he had Andrew Dice Ray there for a minute, and he has
but
Tukey. He's got a
yeah,
French
but
one
these
now.
are these don't have anything to do with Dabbler, as far as I know. I think it's just a fan, a nice guy. 2K. I forgot what his real name was. Even if I knew it, I couldn't say.
Oh,
But
so he's not
so,
Bedabbler. This 2K is not
no, it's a 2K puppet, and then he's got a friend named 4K or Forte or something.
2K and 4K. Are these fonts we're talking 2K and 4K? Like 200?
Nice guys, whoever they are, and I want to work with them in the future too. I told them future projects. And
So, but he looks
yeah,
like
that was the big
Tukey.
one. And then after I did that, people were telling Joey C behind my back that I went on debating puppets and
You were
Joey
debating.
C.
Aren't you supposed to be up on politics if you're going to be the vice president?
Right, but Joey C says that we don't debate puppets and we don't debate anyone that's not a presidential campaign nominee.
What did you debate about?
We're just talking, what's the best for the country, and of course, my views win. And
So you and the puppet, not
right,
Tukey,
yeah. So
a different
that was
puppet.
right. Yeah, so it wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't even that. It was the main thing was the puppet. So it
The
worked out because I was gonna have to drop out because I am really busy, and I got other
dropped
fish
out
to
of the
fry.
race. Like I can't do the race no more. Yeah. You got a lot of fish to fry. There's a lot of fish. There's a lot of frying. There's a lot
That's
of fishing,
true.
a lot of frying. So he was literally bent out of shape because you were talking to puppets.
Well, he was nice about it, but he was not. Yeah, he wasn't having it. He wasn't pleased. And I don't blame him. It's his race. He's gonna be the president. So who am I to argue with him? You know what I mean?
I heard the same thing as what derailed Dan Quayle back in the day.
Right, and McGovern,
he was
right?
talking to
Was the problem
puppets.
with McGovern.
No,
In
he
the
was
70s?
who's he the vice president for? Who was
I think it's Bush or something. It was he ran against Bush or Reagan, one of those.
who's Dan Quayle again? Dan Quayle. Oh, he was a vice president. He's the 44th vice. Oh, he was the vice president for Clinton. No, Republican
No,
Party.
that was Al Gore.
For George W. Bush. He was the vice president for Bush, the son.
Right.
He's this guy. This handsome devil.
Yeah,
We never heard of Dan Quayle ever again.
Yeah,
he came and went like a bird. He came, he went. He got in a fight with some puppets. So that was it. The puppets? That was it? That's all that derailed you?
That was his main gripe, yeah.
So who's his new vice president? Now is that
gonna
chair
take
open?
time. He's gonna take his time this time because we didn't really talk about what our different political beliefs were and stuff like that. So I think
he's no puppets. He just walks around. He's got like a puppet on his shirt with a line over it, being like, "No." So his stance is no puppets.
It was the puppets that was first. Secondary, was he didn't like some of my beliefs on.
What was your beliefs?
Well, because I'm a communist.
You want to make it fair for everybody, right?
I want to make it fair for everyone, and I think that I know some mistakes were made in the USSR, but if we did it better, no, hear me out because people think this is crazy. But did you
You're openly a communist?
There was some quality control issues with the Yugos, but they sold almost 1 million cars in the United States, and everyone was going to have a Yugo in the United States, and then Yugoslavia dissolved. But if Yugoslavia didn't dissolve, we'd all be driving Yugos right now, and the Soviet Union would be number one.
Well, what do you call it? Yugos were those were tiny little cars. They had
They were good for transportation. They were cheap, affordable, basic transportation. They sold well. Everyone can afford one. You didn't need a car payment.
They just gave them to you. Like, you don't got to pay for this. You can just have it.
Yugoslavia.
How much were they?
They were under $5,000, and that was cheap even for the day.
Wow. That's insane. $5,000 and you get to get a brand new car for $5,000.
Right, and they ran too.
Dude, an engine costs $5,000.
I know nowadays. That's why if we went back to the simple 1980s type days where prices were
It's
cheap.
different. Yeah, things were different though. I mean, everything was cheaper then. That's what are you gonna say, man? I remember a candy bar used to be 35 cents.
That's
Now
why.
it's $1.50 for that same candy bar. So
Yeah. If
so
we
a,
made
U- a
changes-
Yugo would cost 15 grand today. Going by that math,
still
even more so.
more affordable than most vehicles, but that's just one good example of the USSR was 50 years ahead of the time.
It was a
Everyone
good song, right? By the Beatles.
Everyone was ahead of the time. Yeah, back in the USSR, everyone was
back in
employed.
the USSR. You don't know how lucky you are, man.
Right. I think the chat agrees that we should mirror ourselves off of the USSR. Everyone was employed. Everyone had a job. Everyone had a wife. Life was simple.
Then what happened to them? How come they're gone?
Well, it's because
they were so great. What happened to Rome? Everyone's like, Rome is so great. Rome's not around anymore.
Nothing lasts forever. It was great until it crumbled to the ground. You know what I mean?
Till it gremlin to the ground.
It crumbled. It crumbled like a brick.
Oh,
but
okay.
if we
is it the Gremlin? Isn't that the name of their spot? Wasn't that the White House?
The Kremlin, yeah. But if we copied everything they did and just did the same thing,
they copied off our movie Gremlins. They're like, we're gonna have the Kremlin.
Wouldn't it be nice instead of having you go to the store and there's 5 different selections? They had 2. They had a premium and they had an off-brand everything.
I think that's still the way it is today, Clearwater. Chad, I think now we still have the same thing. We have name brand and generic. You're saying that like they invented that.
There's too many choices. You know what I mean? We just need 2.
We just need 2 choices.
Right.
I don't know. Some people think the opposite. Like they say 2's not enough. That's a big problem today. They're saying you got the Republicans and Democrats. You need a third party. What do you got to say about that? They're saying you need an option 3. You don't like option 3?
Well, we have the independents. I mean, we could, they could stay, I guess.
What if you do this? What if you run for president, but then you have 2 different options for vice president? So the people, you give them 2 options of who they want the vice president to be. So you could still be in it, and then he could pick his other vice president. Then it's like you and the other vice president.
Well, I mean, I could do other.
Then there's 3. What are you going to do politically? By the way, all right. What's your other ambition?
I don't know if I could really say yet, but
Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, you don't want to reveal everything, man. It's one at a time. But it was you talking to puppets is what did you in, huh?
Right, and those guys, I want to work with them in the future, just like I want to work with you in the future.
Yeah, yes. I don't get the deal. What were the puppets saying that was like so deal breaking?
Well, and I know this is outrageous, but they were anti-communist. And they think capitalism is the way to go.
I think everyone's anti-communist for the most part. You can't go around saying communist. Come on.
Well, you have to agree
because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. In theory,
it worked in the USSR. Nobody was unemployed. Everyone had a place to live. They had free education, free housing, free food. It was a glorious days in the USSR.
I don't know. Isn't China communist and North Korea? And that's not working out so well.
I think they're doing quite spectacular, actually. They're building their empires.
They're building their empire. All right. So you still want to run? You still want to be in the political ring?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be doing more backdoor deals and stuff. I'm not really gonna be in the limelight. So I'll be.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna get a lot of signatures if you're gonna say, "Hey, communism's great," right? Can you sign here if you agree? I think a lot of people are gonna be like,
we might not use the word communism. We might, use different words to gloss over the fact that it's communism, because communism is about sharing and being part of a community. And it scares people. They're not ready for it. But did you know it worked? I know it didn't end well, but it worked in Jonestown. Jonestown was a society of people that they all shared from each other. They grew their own food. They had their own medical whatnot, and worked.
Their own Kool-Aid, their own
They shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have drank the whatnot.
They shouldn't have done that.
Right. Just so your audience knows, I only have 10 minutes. If you have any super chats, any questions, I'm a working man. I got to punch in at 9:53.
He's got to punch in at 9. What do you call it? At 9:53, and then I got other stuff I got to talk about. I don't know. You can't really say like Jonestown was a great idea. I don't think that was.
I know, but if you watch the documentaries, they were doing great. They had 1,000 people. They had their own medical facilities. They shouldn't have drank the whatnot. That was a bad move.
How long did Jonestown last?
They were a couple
Not
years.
long. No, I don't think it lasted long.
No, a couple years, but they were on their way to, yeah.
All right, Jonestown just comes up as a county in Ohio. That's not
Jonestown, Guyana.
So okay. So it went from 1974 to 1978. It only lasted 4 years. Jim Jones did him in. It was a good 4 years.
Well, he did a couple things that I wouldn't do. He kind of put people in cages.
He did a lot of that.
He put people in cages underground. That was kind of mean.
Who's going to police all this stuff? Are you going? What about that? What if? Who's going to police all this communism that you're a fan of?
Well, we're going back to having the secret police.
Secret police. See, that's the other thing. That's why it doesn't work. So if everyone's a communist and everyone's like equal, then how are you going to have an enforcer that's going to enforce everything? See what I'm saying? You're giving mixed messages at that point.
Well, the leader's not. Everyone has to obey to the leader. So
everyone's got to obey to the leader. What if your leader's Jim Jones? That's not going to end well.
Well, I mean, you got to take that risk. I mean, you got to have more faith in humanity.
Are you going to be the leader? Now, if you're the leader, you're a nice guy.
I was willing to do it.
Yeah.
We might have to start. I might have to start in some smaller countries though, and work our way up.
Okay, so you're going to go to a smaller country and start there. But all right, this is the other thing too, because you didn't like Scientology,
right?
And that was a small community. But you're all for this communism,
right? Well, communism's good.
it's just good.
I mean, if you study the USSR, I mean, everyone had a house. They had cheap rent. It was illegal not to work. If you called in to work, you needed a doctor's note, so everyone went to work.
So everyone did it. So that's the motto you're going. If the Beatles didn't have that song, would you still be all pro USSR?
Did you know that there's a show, there's a YouTube channel called the Shanka Show, and they tell you all about communism?
No. In theory, yes. In theory, communism is a great theory. In theory, but the problem is when it's implemented, that's the thing. In theory, it is everyone's equal. Everyone. It sounds very Zen-like it's a yoga class. It sounds very Buddha-like. But unfortunately, that's not how people operate. So that's
we're gonna regroup, and we're not gonna use the word communism. We're gonna go with more of
everyone's got to be on the same page, and if everyone's not on the same page, then the second there's an imbalance, people are going to notice there's an imbalance, and then people are going to be upset, and then they're going to uprise. So it's always going to be that imbalance. Nothing's going to be perfect. And as long as nothing's perfect, we're all going to be screwed under that. So that's the problem. And then the leaders take advantage of it. Look at what happened to Cuba. So the leaders take advantage of it. And, always someone's going to be feasting at the top. Unfortunately,
but it's better than having people that have these ridiculous yachts. We're talking about people like Jeff Bezos. We're talking about Elon Musk with his little fantasy of going to space or whatever. These people have to be stopped.
They got to be stopped.
They got to be suppressed.
And you're going to stop with communists.
Well, yeah,
you just want to take out billionaires. That's essentially, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
Yes, I mean, we're in the second Gilded Age, so there should never be such thing as a billionaire. They should,
The most anyone should have is 500,000. You said, is that what we agreed on?
Well, I think that the taxes should go up for anyone that makes over 250,000. So pretty similar, yep.
Diablo sandwich. W's VP. Yes, I do remember Dick Cheney was George W's VP. Who the fuck was Dan Quayle the vice president for?
One of those guys.
Yeah.
Either Bush or Reagan, one of those guys.
Oh,
maybe
for the
Trump.
first Bush,
Yeah.
for Daddy Bush. But yes,
I
I do
wasn't a
remember.
fan of either Bush. You know what I mean? The Bush Reagan years is when your taxes went up. And
Yeah,
your
he was
services went down.
for the dad. He was the vice president for
Right.
the first. But yes, Dick Cheney with this whole bomb Iran, and now apparently that's what we're doing. See, I don't
Right.
like this war stuff. We got to get rid of this war. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not happy about the wars either.
No, not happy about the wars. How was the buffet, Clearwater, Chad?
Oh, it's very good. Thank you. Very good.
Would you have the buffet at?
Where was it? In Cheektowaga somewhere?
And Cheektowaga?
Yeah, it's pretty close to
See,
Buffalo.
what are you going to do this? If you're going to be a communist, if that's what you want, and everyone's equal, no one's going to have better food than the other person. Everyone's going to eat the same thing every night.
Well, I'm okay with people eating buffet food. I mean,
okay, all right. So the buffet, I haven't been to buffet in forever, man.
You know what? I always go. The first thing I get is a sweet and sour chicken, and then I have the fake crab stuff, and then little everything though. You know.
Yeah. What buffet did you go to?
I think it was called Zang's or something.
Fangs.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Is it a Asian place? Here's where I went to. I'll show you where I ate today. So I get this is what I had. I had steak, this ribeye.
Oh, nice.
I do every Christmas I buy gift certificates for my family, and then they give me these $20 vouchers for every $100 I spend.
Oh,
so I have $100 of things, and they expire March 31st. So I went there today, and I had some steaks and everything, and then when the lady gave me the bill, she undercharged me. I tipped her well. I tipped her $40, but she undercharged me. So I still have $40 worth of gift certificates. So I got to go back tomorrow because they expire tomorrow, and I'm going to eat steak again tomorrow. Nice. I have to. It's one of the nicest steak restaurants in Cleveland. So I got to go back. I got to go back because I got to. You know, they expire tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day to use them because they go from January to March 31st. My things, but yes, they like me there. I was sitting at the bar, bullshitting with people. They're very yeah. I got the gift of gab. People like gabbing with me.
Right, definitely.
You know, people like shooting the shit with me. Not most of the people that are in my chat, but some people like.
You're a famous comedian. You know what I mean?
I'm not a famous comedian at all. Does Clearwater Chad prefer Pol Pot or Ho Chi Minh? Ho Chi Minh, the trail?
I don't know much about either of those.
Well, Pol Pot, I don't know, but you know Ho Chi Minh is. He had the trail.
Ho Chi Minh that rings a bell. Rings a bell.
That's Vietnam, right? Ho Chi Minh. Yeah, North Vietnam.
Could be.
He was getting people. Ooh, and he died in Hanoi, Vietnam. My dad was in Vietnam.
Oh,
that
really?
Yeah. It was not a. Yes, he did not enjoy it. He did not.
No, it doesn't seem like fun times.
No. Do you see this? What do you think about this, Clearwater Chad? They're raising you can go in the army all the way until you're 42 now.
Okay.
You see that? You can join the army now. They're looking for military people because not enough people are joining the military. Are you in?
Well, I'm 47, so I still wouldn't qualify, but
you wouldn't qualify.
I'm pretty busy, so you know.
Pretty busy. Like, if I could go back in time, would I join them? Probably not. But I mean, if they needed me, I would. You know, like if there was a draft, I would have went. If I would have got drafted.
Right. Yeah, they don't give you much of a choice unless you want to go to Canada.
Oh, that's true. You're right. But I'm saying,
yeah.
But like, yeah, I would.
Yeah,
whatever.
I guess yeah, you're right. There's always a choice, but
Donald Trump didn't go.
no, yeah, some of those
He
rich
didn't
guys,
go.
yeah, no, they just write a check and have somebody else go in their place or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't go, and he got drafted.
Right. Oh, did he get drafted? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he's fine sending other people to war, but he didn't want to go. He's fine.
Right.
He's fine sending, but he had a chance to go to Vietnam. He could have been bunkmates with my dad. He could have been in the same thing.
Right.
And he said, no, I don't want to go.
No.
But
yeah,
now that he's on the other side of the desk, he has no problem sending other people.
well,
What do
the
you think about that?
problem is
Hypocrisy?
greedy capitalist people, especially Republicans.
Yeah, he doesn't mind sending other people. So I don't know. I don't
Right.
I don't like either. As you know, we need to fix it up. So that's why I was rooting for you. I wanted you in there, but everyone, hey, here's our buddy. Mike V is a good man. I just tuned in. If Clearwater Chad is going communist, then I'm going to follow him. We support
Right.
Clearwater Chad
Yeah,
and sweet and sour chicken and imitation crab. What's this imitation crab?
I don't know. It's great though, whatever it is. And sorry, I forgot to tell Mike V I was going live with you, but it was kind of rush. But yeah, imitation crab is great.
Imitation, but what is imitation crab? I don't even know.
And by the way, I got 3 minutes. Just it's
Okay.
just simulated crab. It's just fake crab, and it tastes great.
But why don't they
fact,
just use real crab? By the way,
the fake it tastes better.
the fake tastes better.
Right.
I don't know what they call it. Imitation crab.
I call it imitation crab. I don't know what the real name is.
Oh, it does come up. Imitation crab. These crab sticks. I always thought this was real crab. Crab sticks. Crab sticks are imitation crab. I loved crab sticks when I was a kid. You got to roll out.
2 minutes.
Okay. Here, we'll read another Mike V one while you're here.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to join the Clearwater Chat Army. I agree. I'm a fan of Clearwater Chat. Yes, we got to clean up him calling it communism, and to a degree, focus more on like the socialism or something. We gotta change up the thing.
Right. We're gonna change it up on the back end.
Yeah, the people that were always at the top of communist regimes were not the good guys. Like they always took advantage of the people underneath. It's almost like too hard not to. If it seems like it's too, I'm just saying, there's never been anyone genuine that's ever put.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
And
that's why. Yeah.
So you're going to be the guy to do it. Everyone gets imitation.
I won't
crab.
be greedy because we don't need. No one needs to live in a mansion. No one needs a yacht. No one needs to go to outer space and be a fool. We just need regular people.
Don't go to outer space and be a fool.
Yeah.
Look at all those fools up there on the moon. Look at them running around.
Mirror everything that the USSR did. They were on the right path.
They sent what they sent up there? A monkey? Didn't they send a monkey into space?
I think so. And they were first in space, weren't they, in 1953?
I think they put a monkey in space. I think it was
they had computers too. They didn't do that well, but they had computers too.
Yeah, Soviet Union in 1957. That's when they sent. I thought they sent a monkey into space. Sputnik, yeah, they put a dog named Leica.
Oh, okay.
And then they had they put a dog, and then Leica died. Leica died during the flight. The poor dog. They tried putting a dog in space, and the dog was like probably scared shitless. Dogs get scared of like garage doors opening, let alone put them in a rocket.
They did that, but hey, if they did it, it was the right move.
Hey,
listen, I gotta go, brother, but this has been a blast.
I love you, buddy. Thanks for giving us a story. I'm sorry about 2K and 4K.
Yeah, well, it worked out because we want to work with those guys in the future too.
Cool. All good. All right. I'll see you later, buddy.
All right. Thanks, Rick.
It's Clearwater Chad signing off. He's got to go punch in the clock. He's got to take care of. He's got to go take care of business. But he's out of the race, out of the presidential race. He was in it. I think communism is not the word he wants to use. In theory, it sounds great. Everybody's equal. Of course. I think that's everybody. John Lennon said that, right? Everybody's equal. Nobody's better. I think that's an Elvis Costello lyric where he goes, wasn't a millionaire that said, imagine no possessions? So, I mean, it's weird. It's easy to say that when you have everything. You'd be like, everyone should be equal. It's like, all right, well, you're worth zillions of dollars, John Lennon. All right, give all your money to everybody, make everyone equal in power as you. So, I don't know. In theory, it does sound good. Everyone, yes, everyone. No one is better than the person next to him. I agree with that 100%. But we was out of the presidential race because of some puppets. Literally some puppets. Isn't that what politicians are supposed to be? Puppets? You pull the string, and then the politicians are the puppets? Where you dangle the... And Joe, he hung with puppets. He wasn't going to be a puppet. Instead, he hung out with puppets. And that's what did him in. So... but I don't know. I wish the best to Joey C. Wouldn't that be great if it was Joey C. versus Clearwater Chad for the presidency of the United States? How about that? If it came down, like it was his running mate, and now it's a guy. And you know what? I heard Dan Quayle's available. You get Dan Quayle. Is Dan Quayle still alive? He could be the vice president. I don't know if he's still around, Dan Quayle. Did he die? No, he's still alive. He's out there. And then Al Gore was Bush's second vice president. Yeah, because I was going to say, I assumed Al Gore. But yes, you are correct. Dick Cheney was George W. Bush's, the George the son. He was his vice president. Dan Quayle was for... the famous George Bush's dad, who was famously in the movie Big Lebowski. This aggression will not stand, man. It won't stand. The dude abides. Possibly the greatest movie ever, Big Lebowski. You can put the Big Lebowski as the greatest movie ever. It's in there for me. It's in my top 5. Speaking of movies, I watched the movie Say Anything. I haven't seen it in years. I remember watching it when I was a kid. I remember liking it. Who doesn't like John Cusack? He's fantastic. But I watched it the other night, and it doesn't age as well. I'm going to tell you that. It's a great movie, by the way. It's a great movie. Also, I was also a fan of the movie because Iona Sky ended up marrying Ed Rock, the Beastie Boys, quite possibly the greatest band to ever exist, the Beastie Boys. But great movie. The dad from Frasier is Ione Sky's Diane Court. And I'm going to say Lloyd Dobber, but that's not Lloyd Dobber is his name and Better Off Dead. But John Cusack's character. What's his name in the movie? I think Wayne. I just watched it. But anyways, so she has no friends in high school. She's a valedictorian. She's like a smart kid, never talks to anyone. He asks her out on a date. They go to a party and all that. It's the end of the school year. Blah, blah, blah. She gives a speech. Nobody cares because they don't know her. Some other guy gets up and sings Whitney Houston's Greatest Love of All, and everyone's like singing along with him because they all know him. So she knows nobody. So she goes to the party, and then she ends up with John Cusack. They end up dating and stuff. And then her dad takes advantage of old people at a nursing home. That's why communism doesn't work. You put people in charge at the top, and you think everyone's going to be equal, everyone's going to be fine, but they don't. The people at the top cheat. That's what they do because there's no checks and balances in communism. If everyone's equal, that's all it is. So he goes to jail or whatever, but the movie ends. John Cusack's character has no plans for after high school. Not that you really need to, but his whole thing is he just wants to hang out with her, and she goes to college on a scholarship in Europe. So he just goes with her, and then that's where the movie ends. Just them on the plane. There's no way that relationship ends well. There's no possible way. So she's in college, he's just hanging around. And also, like, as someone that like went to college, you're a new person, you're experiencing new things. To have someone else there with you, it's a weird thing. I remember having buddies in college, and they like had like high school girlfriends or whatever, and it just doesn't mesh. It's not the same thing because it's different experiences. They're not on the same level of new experiences that you're experiencing with. So there's no way that relationship could have worked. If there would have been a follow up to the movie Say Anything, it wouldn't have been good because it would have been they left the movie when they were at the height, when they were in love. And yeah, I did think that was a great thing in the movie where her dad's going to jail. So she's on her own. That's her only friend is her dad. And then she comes back to John Cusack and she's like, oh, I need you or whatever. And he's like, all right. He's like, do you need me specifically, or you just need me because you need someone? And then before she can answer, he goes, never mind. I don't care. I don't want to know the answer, which is the correct thing. Because the correct answer is she just needed someone. She had no one in her life. So the movie's great, but there's no way it ends well at the end. It's impossible for it to end well. It can only go downhill, that relationship. That relationship peaked where it was at, them getting on the plane, going to Europe. She's over there. She's speaking French. Everyone over there speaks French. He just speaks English. He's like a wannabe kickboxer. It's not, their relationship's just not going to end well. It just isn't. But it's a good movie. It's a great song, the Peter Gabriel, In Your Eyes. And that also felt kind of forced too, because the whole time he's watching her, he's like, oh, she's got such nice eyes. Ooh, her eyes are like so amazing, which is a dumb thing. Like, nobody's attracted to eyes. Nobody is. But I get it. They have to force that song in there. And it's a great song. Peter Gabriel, In Your Eyes, like the heat of your eyes. I mean, it's a great song. We all love that song. Nobody hates that song. But nobody looks at someone and it's like, oh, it's the eyes. It's the eyes that I'm attracted to. Oh, that's it. Like, that's stupid. You notice butts, you notice legs, you notice boobs. No one's like looking at eyes. That's an old joke of mine. It's like women say the eyes are the sexiest part. I was like, thank you. Picking the one part of our body we don't want you to touch. That's an old joke of mine. But I'm just saying nobody's actually attracted to eyes. That's pretty dumb. You're just not. So I thought that was weird, but still a great movie. And that's Cameron Crowe's movie, who also did Almost Famous, which is a great movie. What I'm saying is John Cusack's very good, and so is Cameron Crowe. It's still a great movie, Say Anything, but it's not as amazing as I remember when I watched it when I was younger. I remember like really liking it when I was a kid and be like, oh, this movie's the greatest. And it's like it's not that great. It's not. It's good. And it's great considering everything that happens. But yes, everyone needs to join the Clearwater Chat Army. Yes, everyone should join the Clearwater. I think I'm in. I think I'm the vice president of the Clearwater Chat. I think Mike V's the president, and I'm the vice president of the Clearwater Chat. Am I allowed to talk to puppets if I'm the vice president? Also, I don't know who 2K and 4K is. It sounds like a video game. 2K and 4K, NBA 2K, NBA 4K. But I didn't know 2K has other. Apparently, it's not Bedabbler, but there's a new Tukey puppet out there that's making its rounds, and he's ruining political parties, one political party at a time. That's what he's doing. He's ruining political parties one at a time. All right. I have other stuff I wanted to talk about. I got my own other shit I wanted to talk about. Ray, only 2 of these 4 are true. 1, mommy pregnant. 2, Bennington has cancer. 3, Chad got a DUI. 4, Tojo in a hospital after falling off unicycle. I don't believe mommy is pregnant. I don't think she can get pregnant. I think that ship sailed. I think so. I know I saw like there was talk she wanted to get pregnant. I don't think that's possible. That's just um, science. I think that's just biology, science. That's just the way the body works. So she can't be pregnant. Ron Bennington has cancer. I did see that, so that's unfortunately true. Chad got a DUI. I don't know. I doubt it. Are you talking about a new one or an old one? Because I know he's got them before. We talking about Tiger Woods? That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Tiger Woods, because I got my take on Tiger Woods. That whole thing. For Tojo, is that Tommy Jordan? In the hospital after falling off a unicycle. I don't think he owns a unicycle. And maybe he does, and I'm unaware of it. But I don't believe he's got a unicycle. And I don't believe, I don't believe the Chad. And like, well, he's gotten, so you're talking in the past. So, yeah, I think he openly admits that, and so, yeah, but I did see the Ron Bennington thing. And, I've always been cool with Ron Bennington. Never done his show. He's never asked me. Can you believe it? He's never asked me to do a show. Come on, Ron Bennington. I do have his number. Now I feel like I'm doing a chat. I should no, I'm not. But I've never talked to him. I don't know why he gave me his number. I think we're on a show together, but I don't remember him doing stand-up. Apparently he does stand-up. I never really saw him. I assume he does like stories. I don't know if he does like jokes. Maybe he does. I just know he told stories when I saw him. The time a couple times I did shows with him, I just remember him telling stories about something. Oh, and him judging roast battle. He would judge roast battle at the old stand when it was Louis J. Gomez's show, and that was after my show. I would open up on that show a lot. I would do the warm up before roast battle, and then I'd hang out and watch the roast battles, and that was good times. Those were, but yeah, Ron Bennington's a good guy. I hope everything's okay with that guy. He's always been nice to me. Again, I don't know him well at all, but I wish him well. Nothing but the best. I know Fez. I would listen to Ron and Fez. I never met Fez. I heard he died, right? That Fez Watley guy. So that's a bummer. So Peter Brennan, who's a good egg. Joey Fidel Castro betrayed Clearwater Chad Jaker. Apparently, yes. I don't know. In Clearwater Chad's defense, communism sounds like a great idea. The problem is there's never going to be checks and balances with the people on top. And then there's also going to be people that are supposed to buy into the system that are not going to buy into the system, but just take advantage of the system. So in theory, it's wonderful. You just say like everyone's equal. Everyone's like, of course, in theory, that sounds amazing. And if you're a good person, you're obviously going to buy into it because you're like, yeah, that sounds great. We're all equal. I'm not above you. You're not above me. But that's the problem. That's where they stick it to you, because there are people at the top that think they're better than everybody else. And then there's people in the normal thing that don't want to buy into the system, but they still want all the perks of being in the system. And then, the wages go down for everybody and stuff. So it's not in theory, it sounds great. In theory, Peter Brennan, but in reality, it's just not going to work. It isn't going to, it's not going to play out. It just isn't going to play out. People are going to think they're better than this or whatever, or why do I got to do this? And that person does. It's not going to play out in theory. So, but Joey Fidel Castro betrayed Fidel Castro, the cigar guy. He liked his cigars, that Fidel Castro. Woo. Are you the father of mommy's kid? Yes, I am. Yes, I'm the father of a lot of babies out there. Anyone that has a baby, anyone that's pregnant, I'm probably the father. It's probably what I am. So there you go, Nick and Fort Wayne. Yes, I have children coming. That's what I got. So yes, yeah, that's my kid. Clearly, it's my kid. Why wouldn't it be? Um, I don't know. Someone asked me about that. Is she like? I don't think she can get pregnant. I think she's like moved on from that. I don't know. She never told me specifically if she like had tubes tied or whatever, but I'm assuming she can't, right? Yeah. So I'm assuming because I remember in my family, someone in my family got pregnant and they had just turned 40 and they were surprised because they thought they were too old. They thought they already had menopause. And like, how can I possibly get pregnant? And they got pregnant. So, but I think that stops at like 41. I think you could, I think 40, 41 is the oldest you can get. What's the oldest you can get pregnant? Can mid 60s, it becomes extremely rare by age 45. It's almost impossible. It declines rapidly at 35. So once you hit 35, it goes down a lot. And it's very rare. If you can conceive by 45, you can't really do that without trying, like, I don't know, freezing eggs or whatever. But they're saying in India, people are getting pregnant in their late 60s, even their 70s. A reported case of a 74-year-old in India, natural conception that's been documented in rare cases up to age 59. So I guess in India. But pregnancies over the age of 35 is considered advanced maternal age and considered geriatric pregnancies. And miscarriages rates are about 50%. So, and a high risk of abnormalities in eggs and birth defects go through the roof if you're over the age of 45. So that's a lot. That's a lot. So it's not recommended to get but apparently that's just a one woman in India gave birth at 74. Woman is made oldest to give. Yeah, this woman got pregnant at 74. Also, who's having sex with 74-year-old women? You think, who's that guy? Yeah, women in her 70s. It's Alanja Kador, who's believed at least 7 years old, gave birth to a son named Arman. The baby was first for a career and her 79-year-old husband after 5 decades of marriage. I feel blessed to be able to hold my own baby. Is this an Onions article? Is this from the Onions? There's no way this is real. A 7-year-old woman and a 79-year-old man. So he's still shooting ropes. As a younger generation like to call it, shooting ropes. As I like to say on porn sites, shooting ropes. This 79-year-old Indian man is shooting ropes. At 79, I feel blessed to be able to hold my own baby. I lost hope of becoming a mother ever at 79, who underwent 2 years of IV treatment and had 2 failed attempts early. Everyone asked me to adopt a baby, but never once who had faith in Almighty. I knew I'd bear my own child one day. The times of, yes, this is in India. That's crazy, man. He's 72 old. Some doctors and fertility experts concerned about the ethics allowing IVF treatment on women as old as Karur. It was at the Cleveland Clinic. Dr. Ruth Farrell, a bioethicist in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at Cleveland Clinic, said although there is no formal clinical data showing the risks associated with women giving birth in their 70s, such advanced age could present issues. So the baby's healthy? That's insane. So a 70-year-old mom. Imagine that, a 70-year-old mom. Well, good for that lady. If that's what she was trying to do, a 70 and 79-year-old, get in it on. That's crazy. I don't want to picture that. I don't want to picture that at all, man. Yeah. I don't even want to picture normal age people having sex. Remember when Katie Blunt said I'm not disgusted by sex. I do it every once in a while. But yeah. the old in and out. The old in and the old out. You know how it is. But no, I'm not the father. HVAC North, who's a good. Imagine being equal to Ray. Is that a shot at me? HVAC North, are you taking shots at me? Come on, man. Everybody's equal. And the theory is everybody's supposed to be equal. That's the theory. We all want to, you don't go around thinking, oh, I'm better than this person or better than that person. That would be a sociopath. That'd be our psychopath. What is it? Sociopath, psychopath? What's that? Yes, you want to believe everybody, everyone's equal. That's what, in theory, and that's what happens in communism. You want to, yeah, I'm equal to my fellow man. But then you get to know him and be like, oh, that person's a piece of shit. I'm a better person than that person. When you get to know people, that's the problem. You get to know people individually and you're like, oh, that person's a jerk and that person's pretty cool. That person's better than that person. So that's why the whole communism thing doesn't work. The whole social, it just doesn't work. It's a great idea in theory. Yes. Like, yeah, we're all equal. That's the same umbrella with religion. Like, yeah, we're all equal. Easter Sunday, I'm getting a ham again. For Easter. Then I'll drive back to New York City on Monday, but I'll be in Cleveland with my family on Sunday. So yes, in theory, it makes sense. Everybody's equal, but then real life plays out. You get to meet people and be like, oh, that person's a douchebag. Or you're like, oh, that person's a really nice person. And then you get to know people and then you are like, oh, that person's way cooler than that person. And then it becomes a pecking order and the whole thing. And that's the problem. So that's why, if you're a nice guy like Clearwater Chad, and in theory, it should work out. You just look at it and you're like, yeah, like it's like putting it into a computer. It's like analytics in baseball. In theory, it should all work out. But then when you take out the human aspect of it, when you put that in, that's when everything becomes, and that's why you need a system where the people that want to work hard are going to do better than the people that don't want to work hard. So that's what you do. You put in the human element, and when the human element comes in, that whole thing goes away. Because you're like, oh, this person's willing to work harder than this person. Well, this person's going to get more money than this person at this job. That's just the way it works. But yes, being equal. Thank you, HVAC North. We're all equal here. This is one place. We're all one big equal sign. There's no greater than signs. Unlike Dave Sarah's hat, where there's a greater than sign with a semicolon. I don't know why he has that as his hat, his logo. A greater than sign and then a semicolon. And that's his logo. But here it's yes, we're all This is what we call a safe space. That's what this is, a safe space where everybody's equal. No one's above anyone here. Age of Quarrel, who's a good egg. I haven't seen you around in a while. Good to see it. Better Off Dead equals best Cusack 80s movie. Yes, Better Off Dead is great. That's where he's Lane Meyer. What's his name in yeah, Better Off Dead's a great movie. That's a movie where he tries to commit suicide all the time. And then his exchange neighbor from French Foreign Exchange. What's up? So that's two. So Say Anything, his girlfriend, Diane Court, Iona Sky, speaks French and is going to study at a French-speaking school. And then in Better Off Dead, Monique is a French foreign exchange student. So something about the French and John Cusack and those teenage movies. It's always something about French and John Cusack. But another great High Fidelity. But that's a 90s movie. But and that's when he's like older. But High Fidelity is a great movie. High Fidelity is fantastic. Yeah, it turns out John Cusack's just pretty good. I think that's what we're getting at. I think this John Cusack guy is a great actor. Speaking of what's a movie? Gross Point Blank. I remember liking that movie. I only saw it once. Maybe I got to go back and watch that. I remember liking it. And then I was in Grand Blanc, Michigan. They had a comedy club there, and I would do that once a year. And it was right by Gross Point Blanc. Like that's a real city up in Michigan. It's like it's between Flint and Detroit. Gross Point or Point, whatever the city was where that movie took place. But I do remember liking that movie. And that's a girlfriend I had, a girl named Tiffany, who I met at that comedy club, and then I dated her for a while. Yeah, that was one of the girlfriends I had early on in comedy. My first, and she was younger than me. She was like 22, 23. And I was in my late 20s. I just started doing comedy on the road. I'd be in Michigan a lot because there's a lot of comedy clubs in Michigan at the time. You had the two Joeys, one in Dearborn, one in Livonia, Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, the one in Grand Blanc. What else was in Michigan that was there? Connections in Lansing, Michigan. No, there's some others, but they're like chaplains in Clinton Township. But I was always in Detroit, so it made sense. And yeah, she was a fitness chick. She was like a bodybuilder, but she was only like 22, 23, so she wasn't like. But yeah, I was attracted. So I've always been attracted to like girls that are fitness chicks. So yes, I always had a fondness of women that exercise. I don't know. I've always found that attractive, but that's me. Whatever. See, is that how you're going to make communism work? We're not all attracted to the same type of women. We're not all attracted to the same type of person. And that's the problem with communism. It assumes everybody's equal and everybody's got different tastes, different preferences. So it's not all equal. It just isn't. And that's the problem. That's where it's going to come. Brian Landon test stream. Hey, Ray, what are your thoughts on capital gains tax? I don't know. I'm not running for president. Capital gains, is that you make money on investing on capital gain tax? I don't know what that is off the top of my head. The definition of it, capital gains. That's when you make money investing on something, right? Profit from sales of assets like stocks and bonds. Yeah, that's what I thought. So if you make, I don't know. I can't speak on that. I'm not the one to speak on that. That'd be Clearwater. That's Joey C's department. That's definitely Joey C's department. He could. I'm not the one running for office over here. I'm not. I did want to talk about Tiger Woods because I saw that whole thing. Tiger Woods and his the DUI thing. Okay, here's my thing. Yeah, that guy should not be driving anymore. How many car accidents? I mean, I had 2 car accidents, and that guy's had like 5. How many car accidents that guy? Like he's rolled over a couple cars, but the DUI thing. Because when I got in my car accident, and I don't even remember them asking me to take a breathalyzer, and apparently I did, and apparently I did a P test. I don't remember. Um, but if you got in a car accident and your car rolled over, as someone that's been in a car accident, you're not coherent. It does not mean you're on anything. I'm not saying he was or wasn't, but I mean, yeah, that's not a fair thing. Like, oh, he's clearly on something because he rolled his vehicle. Like you're, yes, as someone that's been in a car accident, you're not with it. You don't have all your faculties with it. Like, I don't know if they don't take that into effect. Again, I'm not saying he was on something or not on something. I don't know, but I'm saying you got to take that into consideration. That you're not there. You just aren't. Again, I think I might have had a seizure in mine. I don't know, but I don't remember anything. I don't remember the guy giving me a breathalyzer. I don't remember consenting or taking one. None of that is. So, yeah, the fact that he rolled his car, like I don't even remember what my car like. It's not till someone showed me a picture afterwards, but like, oh, this is your car. I was like, I didn't know. I did not know my car when the semi hit me. I did not know my car rolled over. I had no idea. I wouldn't know. I was out of it. So I mean, I'm not again. He's got a history of it. How many? What's Tiger Woods' thing? Tiger Woods car accidents. How many car accidents has he had? He's got a timeline. Tiger Woods growing, but he can afford to have a driver. That's all I'm saying. Like, he should have a driver at all times. You're Tiger Woods, dude. Quit driving cars. Just drive golf balls. That's what you. How many? 4 crashes since 2009. So 4 major crashes since 2009. Yeah. So he's had 4 serious car accidents where he's rolled cars over 4 times since 2009. I've only been involved in one of those car accidents where my car rolled over, and I don't remember it because you're out of it. I had a concussion. You're out of it. Your lights could be on, but nobody's home. I don't remember anything. So, yeah. Is he still a golf legend? Of course he's a golf legend. Think about like athletes that, just by first name only. I think you'd go with Tiger. That's not fair because like you could do that. Like basketball names, you're gonna cheat because like LeBron, there's only one person named LeBron. I mean, just because you say Michael doesn't make you think Jordan. Because you could think Michael, you could think, oh, a famous athlete Michael, like Tyson, or famous Michael Jackson. So I guess Jordan. I guess if you just said so, all right. So forget what I said. Because Kobe, you're gonna be like, oh, Kobe. Shaq, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, Shaq. No, say like Charles, but oh, clearly Charles Barkley. Like, no. But Kobe, there's not a lot of Kobe's. So that's not a fair thing. Forget what I said. I'm a fucking idiot. Pretend like I'm an idiot. And what I'm saying was stupid right there. But I guess you go Serena. But you think Serena, there's not a lot of people named Serena. If her name was Jessica, maybe it wouldn't be so okay. Bad analogy on my part. I'm going to say, oh, one name athletes. I'm going to say Babe Ruth. But yeah, that's not fair. Because you say last names, and that's going to work out all the time. You say Strawberry, automatically thinking Daryl Strawberry, right? Say Winfield, and you're thinking Dave Winfield. Like it's a dumb argument. You could do that. Doesn't hold up. I'm pretty dumb for suggesting that. That was a bad example. Bad example. All right. Take 2 on that. I say just the first name of the athlete. I mean, LeBron, but again, you don't know a lot of LeBrons. If his name was Bobby, you wouldn't be like, oh, Bobby James, the basketball player. Yeah, so that's stupid. Like, I want to say if you say Larry, you think of Larry Bird, but that's just because I really like Larry Bird. So maybe I'm just a basketball fan. Like Isaiah and like Isaiah Thomas, but you're not like Dominique. You're obviously thinking Dominique Wilkins, but you don't know anyone else named Dominique. I'm going to keep doing this for the next 20 minutes. So feel free to not. Feel free to go do something else as I just start naming athletes like a fucking idiot. Ryan Landon, did U.S. withdraw in Afghanistan led to the Ukraine war? Again, I'm not the guy to answer this stuff. I was just saying communism sounds good in theory. I'm worried about the capital gains. Let me tackle the capital gains tax, and I'll get back to you and decide what's a fair tax on capital gains. How about that, Brian? Let me do that. And then I'm going to come back to you and we'll worry about the U.S. withdrawal in Afghanistan and if it led to the Ukraine war. One at a time, man. Capital gains right now. That's what we got to focus on. Capital gains and what the tax should be for capital gains. That's what we got to work on. Now, I do agree that just because you made money, you shouldn't automatically just be like 40% because you put money at risk. Right? Like that's the thing too. So if I buy stocks and I lose money, is that money I get to write off on my tax? I don't know. I don't have the stuff I have in the stock market. I never like took out my 401ks or whatever. So I don't know. But so yeah, so that should be a thing. So I will say that if you have to pay taxes on money you earned in the stock market, which makes sense, you should, then the money you lost in the stock market, would that be a tax write-off? I don't know. Again, I know I went to MBA school and I got an MBA and I used to be smart, but that was before I got in my car accidents. That's before my 2 car accidents. So I haven't thought about that stuff in a while, but yes, I do think there's definitely some ins and outs with that. So a lot of ins, a lot of outs. We gotta look at everything. We gotta look at a lot of stuff. But yeah, again, I'm an ignorant American. I'm too busy watching NBA basketball games to for Brian Landon. But thing, yo, you think Israel could? All right, I'm not commenting on that. I'm not the guy for that. Harry Dunn, who's your pick to win the FIDI candidates? I gotta see what the FDI candidates are. I gotta figure that out. FDI candidates. It's a chess tournament. They're playing chess over there. Who's going to win? The big winner in right now is Hikaru Nakamura. He's ranked number 2 in the world. He's 38 years old. Why are there's a 20-year-old chess player? Is this like Bobby Fischer? Outside of the Bobby Fischer, and that's how boring chess is. Searching for Bobby Fischer, I quit watching that movie. I like literally just I couldn't do it. I tried watching it and I couldn't. It was just too boring. And that's back when it was like a hit movie. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. And I just couldn't do it. Is Bobby Fischer still doing chess? But I'm looking at the age of all these chess players that win it. One's 20, one was 24, the other one was 26, the other one's 20, the other one's 28. Why are they so young? How come no old people? You think the older you get, the better you would be at chess? You would think. Maybe they just get bored with it. But apparently the best player in the world right now is Magnus Carlsen. This is they're saying this is the best chess player in the world. This is who you want to put your money on, Harry Dunn. This is just going off of Wikipedia. I think I met this guy at Hackamania. This is Magnus Carlsen. He's considered the greatest chess player in the world. There he is. He's very focused. And he knows the chessboard in and out. But that's just Magnus for you. That's what he does. And he's considered the best out there right now is Magnus. So put your money on Magnus. And he was born, he's from Norway. He's born 1990. So that would make him, he's just 36 years old. At 35. He's 35 years old. He got married to Ella Victoria Malone. So he quit playing chess for one day and got his wife pregnant. He's got one kid. And now he plays chess all the time. And he's ranked number 1 in the world as of March. But he's the guy. He's the guy you want to put your money on. Magnus Carlsen. He's the guy. He's half Oriental. You're talking about, I think it's Asian. Roy Cohn, Roy Cohn Jr. I believe it's Asian American. I believe that's the term we're looking for. Can we be progressive here? Can we be inclusive here? Can we call him an Asian American, please? Come on, Roy Cohen Esquire. All right, come on, man. You would think an Esquire like yourself. An Esquire, he's... But yeah, I guess doesn't do the stereotype well that Asians are not great drivers, right? Did he create that stereotype? Was that a stereotype before he started slamming his cars into everybody? Before he started wrecking cars? Didn't he like flip a car in his own driveway once when he like got in trouble with his wife? When him and his wife, if I believe he flipped a car in his own driveway, which how fast and out of control are you? Like how bad are you at driving that you flipped a car in a driveway? That's insane. Is that even possible? To flip a car in a driveway? I get it if you're doing like 80. That's the other thing too. His car was flipped over on like a side street where it's a 25 mile per hour, a school zone. He flipped a car over in a school zone. It was literally like the car was on its side on a crosswalk where the speed limit's 15 miles per hour. How do you flip a car? Yeah, he's not good at driving, man. I don't know. Even if you had a few beers, Tiger's there. It's like, Tiger, I got this. I'll do the driving, Tiger. Yeah, he should definitely have a driver at this point. That's what I say. That's what I say, Roy Cohen. He's got to get his he's got to, get his stuff together. That's what he's got to do. He's got to. Ray, is that your baby? And also, I don't like that name, Mammy. It just sounds like an Al Jolson song. Isn't that an Al Jolson song? Mammy. It just sounds, I don't know, it just sounds like inappropriate. Like one of those politically incorrect cartoons from the 1950s. But yes, that's my baby, Permaso Finishing. I'm going to be a father. That's true. I'm going to be a dad. Looking forward to it. I never had a kid before, but yes, apparently this is going to be my kid. So that's the first one. How's Mrs. Permaseal? How's she doing? I know I know you don't like me, but I know Mrs. Permaseal likes me. So tell Mrs. Permaseal I said hello and I wish well. And I wish I was the dad, but I'm unfortunately not the dad. I wish I was. I wish I could be the dad. I'd like a baby. Who wouldn't like a baby, right? Babies are adorable. Yeah, hell yeah, babies are adorable. Everybody likes a baby. Nobody's like that baby stinks. I mean, yeah, everyone likes a baby. They're so adorable and they just look at you and smile all the time. You make eye contact with them. They're so excited someone's actually looking at them. They start smiling and giggling. Then they burp. Fuck yeah, babies are adorable. They got those giant heads and those tiny little legs. They try to sit up and they just fall over. They can't even sit upright. They just sit there and they just fall over. A chubby little baby. Come on, everybody likes a baby. Everybody likes a baby. I'm not the only one. Permissible finishing. You said you pulled out. I lied. I did not. Yes. If anybody's having a baby, it's probably mine. It's probably mine. I've been trying to have a baby with a lot of women. So we're just trying to get one going. We need a Ray Jr. I think that's who else am I going to give my baseball cards to? Permissible finishing. I can't, I have to have a baby somewhere down the road. So now's the time, man. Now's the time. So yes, all the babies are mine. They're all going to be mine. So yeah, that's what I think about the Tiger Woods thing. I don't, the fact that they gave him a breathalyzer and it's negative to still give him I don't like that they just do that because that's what they do to people. They just give him, yeah, here's the picture of the car. It's it's on a side street. It's literally there's no way the speed limit is more than 20 miles per hour. And that's what happened to his car. I don't know how you flip it. It's not and also it's not like it's an icy road. It's not like there's snow. It's not like it's wet. It's not like it's raining. It couldn't be any perfect driving conditions, and he still managed to flip his vehicle. That's tough to do. I don't they say it's pills, but pills would just slow you down. What did it do? And your car just tips over? His car just tipped over. So I don't know how the hell his car flipped. So, and if you're on pills, wouldn't that slow you down? Wouldn't you be slower instincts? So that's why the whole thing doesn't make sense. And also, that's your right too. I mean, the DUI charge is going to get dropped. He's obviously going to have a good lawyer, so it's going to get dropped. That's not going to. No, I didn't know his real name is Edric Tant. His real name is Edric. Net worth $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. You know how many Uber rides he could have bought? How many Lyfts he could have bought? But I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to, yeah, he's obviously not good at driving. Someone should be, then they interviewed his ex-wife. His ex-wife is good looking. Check out Tiger Woods' ex-wife. Way to go, Tiger. And then he cheated on her. His ex-wife was a smoke show. That's what I'm saying. That's a problem. That's why I say anything like the movie, like, yeah, when you first start dating someone, you're like crazy in love with them, and it's like the greatest. But like that wears thin. I mean, Tiger Woods was married to this gorgeous lady, and he got sick of her. So I'm just saying, like, that's why that movie, if that movie would have been any longer, it would have the story of Say Anything would have went downhill. Like, there's no way that relationship's still gonna last like a year. They're in a new country. She's going to school. He's just running around trying to kickbox. It's not gonna. That's not the way it goes. It's not the way it goes in real life. But that's just me. That's just me, and I'm realistic. That's what I saw. Tell us about the Newport concert you attended. Come on, man. Here, you want? I did get I did. Yes, I without a doubt did buy a new edition concert T-shirt. I don't know if you could see my. Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I did get it. But yeah, I had fun, man. I was dancing the whole time. I was having a good old time, dancing, down on the floor. I was, yeah, one of the only white people there by far. I was with three middle-aged black women, but yeah, I was dancing. I was doing all the steps the best that I can. I used to be a better dancer. But I used to be able to cut a rug too. Not so much anymore. Now I feel it in the joints. I can't really do it. But yes, it was Belle Biv DeVoe. It was New Edition, which I don't know if you know them. You got Ralph Tresvant, you got Belle Biv DeVoe's all in there, Bobby Brown and Johnny Gill. So they did all their solo stuff. And then Boyz II Men was there and Tony Braxton. And Boyz II Men did not get as much love as I thought they would. I don't know why. Like, they didn't. The women seem to love Johnny Gill the most, which is like the least I'm into because he's like sexy love songs. And I'm like, I'm scared of sex, as we know. Like, I'm grossed out by it. I think we all learned that. As I'm trying to have a baby around here, which is tough considering I'm grossed out by sex. That's I find sex with women icky, but I'm trying to do what I can. But yeah, no, it was fantastic. I'm a fan. It's probably not for everybody. It just happens to be like right in my wheelhouse of music I liked. I think other concerts I'm going to go to. I saw Paul Simon's touring, and I was thinking about going to see Paul Simon because who doesn't like Simon and Garfunkel? But I looked at his set list, and he does not play Kodachrome, and I don't know how he doesn't play Kodachrome, and he doesn't play what's the other song that I like that he did not that doesn't play that wasn't on his list. He doesn't do Kodachrome, got a Nikon camera, want to take a photographs, and I'm going to take my Kodachrome away. Oh, and he doesn't do You Can Call Me Out, which is a Paul Simon song. How you not going to do, and you could call me out, da, 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 da. Little soft in the middle, the rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I need a shot of redemption. Now that I'm home, digga, home. Back in the moonlight, da da da, my low lit door. I don't know. I'm doing a horrible job singing the song, but that wasn't on the list either. That's not on his set list. How you not going to play You Can Call Me Al, which is a solo song? It's not even a Garfunkel song with him. How you not going to do that? And you're not going to do Kodachrome? And I'm supposed to pay $150 to come see you? I don't think so, Paul Simon. I want the hits. I want the hits. Same thing like when Rod Stewart was in concert. I was going to go see Rod Stewart, and then I saw he did not play You Wear It Well. He doesn't do that in concert. And You Wear It Well, a little old-fashioned, but that's all right. He doesn't do that song. And he didn't do what's the other song I like of his that was not on the list? You Wear It Well. You're in my heart, you're in my soul. You are my precious, I grow old. You are my lover, my best friend. You're in my whatever. He doesn't do that song, Heart and Soul, and You Wear It Well. He didn't do those. So we're not, and I was like, I'm not doing it, Rod Stewart. What? So I'm gonna go there and watch a fucking 80-year-old Rod Stewart saying, "If you think I'm sexy and your infatuation," I'm not doing that, Rod Stewart. I'm not doing that. You play the hits. You play the hits. People want the hits. That's what they want, right? AB, you see me, you want the Chewbacca joke. You want the hits. The hits, I tell you. The hits, the hits, the hits. Don't come around there with this half-ass shit. HVAC North. Raised at the baby's christening. Let's keep your dad's bath time legacy alive in the holy water. Oh, come on, man. I got to start smoking cigarettes, some Marlboro Reds. I don't get how cigarettes and pooping go together at the same time. That's, because I smoke weed occasionally, and that actually like plugs me up. It makes me not have to go to the bathroom if I smoke weed sometimes. So I think cigarettes would also like plug you up a little bit, but not my old man. Not my old man. Not when I was in the shower. Apparently, he was fine, just like and doing his business. God bless him. But that's that's his prerogative, as Bobby Brown would say. That's prerogative. All right. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out. I'll do a couple more streams this week. Sorry I haven't been around. Thank you for the people that reached out to me, asking where the hell I've been. That is nice. I don't know if you guys are being facetious when you ask. I don't know if you're trolling me with fake concern. But it is nice to know that like people are like, hey, where are you at? What's going on with you? But yeah, it's very nice. All right, you guys are lovely, and I have to go back to my steakhouse tomorrow. I have to go back and get another steak because I still have. I wanted to take a lady. Nobody will go. My godmother might go with me tomorrow. I asked her if she wants to go with me because I was like, yeah, I want to go. And like I went today, and the lady, she's the same lady I bought all the gift certificates from for Christmas. And when I was there, she didn't charge me for it because I was buying like $600 worth of stuff. So yeah, she's a very nice lady. And yeah, she took care again today. And then I took care of her. I tipped her very well. But so yeah, I guess I got to go. I'll eat another steak tomorrow. What do I care, man? I'll eat a steak. I didn't go to the gym today. It didn't work out at all. I think I'll go watch the end of the Cavs game. Hopefully they're beating the Utah Jazz. But all right. We got a buzzer beer. Look at you guys. You guys are being some nice punks. Permasil finishing. When baby was large wand, well, no, it's right. The baby's got a large wand. Gee, I think I'm normal size. Permasil finishing. Like I really don't think I'm. No offense. I mean, I was following the Ethan, Ralph, and Scarlett thing. I wish those crazy kids the best. They remind me of Natural Born Killers when they're just going to jail every day. They're getting wasted one day, then they're in jail, then they're making sex tapes, and then they're doing this. I'm rooting for them. I don't know. They're not hurting anybody, right? They're just they're just like Bonnie and Clyde out there. I don't know what they're doing, but I root for them. I would watch some of that and I'd find that entertaining. But I did see his member on Twitter, and I'm like, all right, that's what a normal one looks like. I'm doing fine then. I'm doing fine. Mine's, not but it just because it was on Twitter. It's nice when you see like normal stuff, like not porn stuff, and you see other people like, hey, wait a minute, I'm doing fine. That's the competition, then I'm okay. And that's not a slight against him or anyone. It's just one of those things where you see what someone else is putting out there, like, all right, I'm doing okay. I'm in the ball game over here. And even if I could get a bigger one, I don't want a bigger one. Permasil. I mean, mine gets in the way as it is. And now as I get older, I think the sack gets in the way more. But yeah, mine gets in the way as it is, and it's just normal size. So if it was bigger, it'd be even more like in the way. It's just like, so I'm fine. I'm fine with the way it is. We calling it the wand? Is that what we're calling it, the wand? All right, I'm gonna finish my beer. I'm gonna watch we got the Indians on. They're 2-2. That Chase DeLauder, man, homered in his first 3 games. He had 4 home runs, homered in 3 straight games. He had 2 home runs in one of them, and then 1 each in the other. We'll see what the Tribe does. But yeah, Cavs and Jazz. I'm assuming the Cavs are beating the Jazz. I think that started like an hour ago, so I watched the second half of that. How about that UConn Duke game? That was amazing. That was great. When UConn started making their run, I put $5 on them when they cut the lead to 10. It was 15, then they cut it to 10, and I put $5 on it, just like whatever. And ended up winning $35 out of it. I bet 5, won 35. That was nice. I do think it's funny because it's Danny Hurley, who's the coach of UConn. His brother is obviously Bobby Hurley, who just got fired from Arizona State. Bobby Hurley, my all-time favorite college basketball player. I mean, college basketball, when I was a kid, I was a Giant fan. But that's back when they would stay there a few years before they'd leave. But college basketball was the best. And Bobby Hurley at Duke with Grant Hill and Thomas Hill and Christian Laettner, Antonio Lang, Cherokee Parks, Billy McCaffrey, who was very good. And then he ended up transferring to Vanderbilt because he wasn't getting on the court. And then he was great at Vanderbilt. He was an All-American at Vanderbilt. I don't know if he ended up in the NBA or not, but like people like Tim Duncan, who was at Wake Forest, great player, wasn't even the best player in Wake Forest. If you remember, the leading scorer was a 2-guard named Randolph Childress, who ended up getting he was a lottery pick by the Pistons. I think it was like the 5th pick in the draft. But I remember when everyone's like, "Oh, Tim Duncan's be the first pick," and I'm an idiot. And I'm like, "Why would he be the first pick?" Randolph Childress is the best player in Wake Forest, but turns out, small shooting guards only go so far in the NBA. Like Mark Macon at Temple. Yeah, who's still coaching? I saw that for UConn. UConn's women. That guy's still coaching. That Gino Yarameta, whatever the hell his name is. He was there with a coach when it was Rebecca Lobo. The UConn Huskies, the lady Huskies, the Husky ladies. I remember them. But yeah, college basketball was a shit when I was a kid, man. I used to have to, It was hilarious. I remember in high school, I used to have to guard Earl Boykins. And then when he was at Eastern Michigan, he would still go up to the Omni, a place where I would go and play. And I would see him. He was at Eastern Michigan. He was a star at Eastern Michigan. And then he got drafted by the Denver Nuggets. And then he was playing in the NBA. I was like, dude, you're in the fucking NBA. That's insane. Nice dude. He got like big. He was a scrawny dude. And then he got like jacked. But yeah, I think he won 6th man of the year. And he's 5'8". I'm 5'10". I never thought of him as that small until I saw him play in the NBA. And then you see like how little he is compared to everybody else. But yeah, Earl Boykins, quick as shit. No, I cannot stay in front of him. I could not stay in front of him. Antonio Daniels at Bowling Green. I think it was like the 4th pick of the draft. And I used to play pickup games with him. And I remember the first time I played with him, or I was playing against him. And they set the rec at Bowling Green. And I stole the ball from him at half court. And people like, ooh. And like I stole the ball and like hit a layup. And then he never let me touch the ball the rest of the game. Purposely. Just would not even let me touch the ball. It was, yeah. We ended up I was friends with him. Like, but yeah, like he just like locked me up. But he was obviously a killer player. But I did not think it was going to be like a 5th pick in the draft. And then he won a title with the Spurs. Now he hosts a show on Sirius XM radio, basketball show. But yeah, we had a lot of players back then in the MAC. Gary Trent at OU. Calvin Booth used to go there. Mark Termini was the big agent out of Cleveland. and that's where all his clients would go to play is the Omni. Chris Kamen from Western Michigan, Bonzi Wells from Ball State. Nobody cares about this. It's just me living my my glory days. That's it. I used to be able to play. I'll play again. Let's play. I'm looking forward to playing again. Let's get out there, do it. Do you ever run on that treadmill? No one's ever run on that treadmill. I run on the treadmill every day. I did not go to the gym today. I did not work out today because I went and I had steak. If you want to see, I did a girl thing. I took a picture of my food. And the people I was hanging out with at the bar. So when I first got my steak, it was a little too rare. I thought it was fine, but it was a little too red. And the lady sitting next to me wouldn't let me eat it. She goes, "No, they got to cook that more." And she's like, Can you cook his steak?" And I was like, "All right." So then they came back and then they did that. This is my steak that I had. It was very good, but she made him cook it again. She wouldn't let me eat. She wouldn't let me eat the red steak. There's my steak. She's like, "No, you gotta." It's like, "No, they have to cook it more. You're gonna get sick if you eat that." So I was like, "All right, I'll let them cook it." But it was good. It was fantastic. But no, hair done. I do not run on that treadmill. I did not. It's just where my Cleveland Indians jersey goes. Raymond DeVito Jr. He'll do okay with the ladies. Thank you, Persil. Thank you for rooting for me. I need a kid. Someone to give my baseball cards to. Someone to pass down all my wisdom. I got a lot of wisdom, and I got to pass it down. You know, someone's got to get my wisdom. You know, and I think that's what we got to do. Raymond DeVito Jr. can get my wisdom and my baseball cards, and yeah, I think we'll have a good time together. I think I'd be a good dad. Permissive finishing. Your feelings be hurt with Ray Jr. hates baseball CDs. Baseball CDs. I don't think a baseball CD or baseball, is that short for cards? No, he won't. No, that's the thing, man. Kids like whatever you like. Like I liked whatever my dad liked. Like your kids really are your own like little mini me's. Like I didn't know things from anything. I liked whatever my dad liked. You know, like I even tried smoking cigarettes because my dad smoked cigarettes, and I hate smoking cigarettes. But yeah, like I love Frankie Valli because my dad loved Frankie Valli. Is Frankie Valli even that good? I think he is, but like it's just coincidence. But yeah, whatever your parents liked. My mom liked Air Supply, so I liked Air Supply because my mom likes it, so I guess I like it. I remember thinking I liked General Hospital because my mom watched General Hospital every day. She would record it at 3 o'clock on the VCR, and then she'd come home at night and watch it. And I used to watch it with her thinking I gave a shit about General Hospital. It turns out I don't. But when you're a little kid, you like whatever your parents like. That's just the way it is, Permisil finishing. You know, Permisil Jr. knows what I'm talking about. It's like it's your dad. So you just like whatever your dad likes. That's kind of how it just goes, you know? It's like what he likes, I like. Although guns, I never got into guns. My dad loved guns. So that I did not, you know. They're always loud and stuff. I mean, you're a kid and you hear how loud a gun is. It wasn't, you know, it's not fun. So yeah, I never got into guns. I have a gun now. I don't have it with me or whatever, but I have a gun if I want it. My dad's gun. And I guess in Ohio, you just can have a gun. So I don't know how to use it. I mean, I guess you know how to use it, but I'm not going to do anything with it. I guess I'll just look at it. Like, there it is. That's my gun. No one cares that Mark Maple plays for you. Jesus. Yes, I'm very gay. It's just me. HVAC North, pay attention, Ray. That lady was sabotaging you. They poisoned that steak afterwards. Oh man, that fucking sucks, dude. Do you think they poisoned it? Come on, man. They can't be doing that. I gotta go back there tomorrow. I still have like $40 worth of gift certificates that I gotta. It expires on March 31st, so I have to go. I have to go, and it's good food. It's good food, and the people are very nice there. People are very nice there, so I think I'm gonna be all right. Hopefully, I'll be all right. HVAC North. I mean, Permiso, finish it. Ray, you ever had a head injury? You know, Karen. Yes, I did have a head injury. I think it's well documented that yes, I had a head injury. You know, not I do not know who Karan is. Karen, I don't know who that is. But yeah, they're not fun. They're permanent. That's why you got to be careful with them. Permissive. What wisdom will you have when Ray Jr. likes poontang? Jeez. I'll teach him how to talk to the ladies. I could talk to the ladies. Women find me very charming. Very charming. I'll do, you got to be nice to the ladies. I'll be good. I'll be good. You just got to listen to them. Don't correct them. Just let them talk. Just let them talk. Let them do their thing. No reason to correct them. Just like let them do their talk. Let them get it out. Let them get their words out. Let them say what they got to say and be like, I hear that. I hear that. And that's what they like. They like just be nice to them. You don't got to have any answers. Maybe they're not asking you questions. You don't got to, don't got to be a know-it-all. He'll do very well. I'll help him out very well. He'll be fine, Permiso. I just he'll be fine. He'll be a good kid. If I have a kid, he'll be a good kid. All right. All right. I love everybody. Again, sorry I've been away for a few days. Nice to be back. Seeing all you punks and Clearwater Chad. Thanks for stopping by. You guys were all awesome. Permisil finishing. You're a good guy. Say hello to Mrs. Permisil. She's a good lady. HVAC North is a good man. Harry Dunn. Mickey. Roy Cohn Esquire. Harry Dunn. Brandon Landon. Age of Quarrel. Nick in Fort Wayne. Always a good egg. Jimmy I. Peter Brennan. Mike V, of course. Cigarette Jones. Nick in Fort Wayne. Diablo Sandwich. And then we got a buzzer beater here. Ray, you are special. Forrest Gump kind of special. All right. I think it was I think it was a Joe List joke where he's pointing out about Forrest Gump, about Sally Field's character, where they wouldn't let Forrest go to school because he was mentally challenged. They said he was too slow to be with other kids. And then she had sex with the principal, and suddenly he was allowed to go. So she basically fucked a dude so her kid can go to school. The principal is out there fucking women so their kids can get into the school. That's he's just pointing out. But then I thought back to that scene. Yeah, it is true. It is. That was part of the movie. She literally fucked the principal so the kid got to go to kindergarten. Otherwise, he never would have went to kindergarten. That's insane. Permasil, why are you leaving? Let's talk poontang. What do you want to know about poontang? I'll tell you whatever you want to know. What's your question in regarding poontang? Poonfang? I got all the answers. What do you want to know? You got a wife. You got a beautiful wife. You're doing fine. You don't need my advice. You're a good man. You ride bicycles. You know, you got a good life down there. I'll try to get Hope back on the show for you. I know you guys are fans of Hope. Hope's a good lady. She's doing well. Last time I talked to her. I know Katie Blunt wants to come back on, give me another psychic reading. We'll do that. But yeah. That's how the Poontang. Yeah, I don't know. Unless you have a question about Poontang. I think I'm I think I'm all Poontanged out. That's what finish my beer. And then I'm gonna watch the end of the second half of the Cavaliers game. I don't think the Cavs are trying to move up from the 4 seed. I think they're trying to stay purposely in the 4 seed. So the Knicks and Celtics had to play each other in the first round, and then the Cavs play the Pistons in the second round, they can beat the 5 seed, who I believe would be either the Hawks or the Magic. But I think the Cavs are purposely trying not to move up, which is disappointing because I watched some of these games. They're definitely tanking on purpose. But all right. I love everybody, man. Thank you, Permasil Finishing. You know more about Poontang than I'll ever know. You guys are all good eggs. And I'll see you guys. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you punks. If not tomorrow, the next day after. So thank you guys. Thanks everyone for reaching out to me. I'll be in New York City next week. Come to the Stand Show. What do we got? Judah Freelander, TJ Miller, Tracy Carnazzo, and Pete Lee will all be on the show. Good times. All right. I love everybody. I'll see you punks later. Peace.